Okay, so this is part 2 of my clean room reset project. As you can see here, we did laundry. I dried my clothes. This is it. And I came back from the laundry and I couldn't bring myself to fold these clothes. So naturally, body doubling will help me fold this and do that. On the bright side though, well, first, on the negative side, I also have to organize this, but that's not too bad. This should be pretty quick. It should take me an hour, which is also what we have on this camera. And instead of doing a little speed run, I'm just gonna yap and talk. And we're just gonna hang out and chat and stuff. And before we start with this, I kinda wanted to show you what I got done in my room and give you like a mini bedroom tour of all my knickknacks and what I got done so far, because I feel like I did a lot of organization that I'm pretty proud of. And, if you want to clap for me, you could do that right now. So, I'm gonna show you. So here we have my lovely painting desk. There's a lot of paint on it because I paint on this all the time. I organized this. This was like filled with paint stuff before. So over here I have this mug that like the lid broke. So now I sort of just use it as like a container. I stole this from Happy Medium, which is like a place in the city that you could paint when I went with friends. More pastels. I have my paint brushes over here and this cute elephant thing that my grandma gave me. And then just like things for water. I use that for my plants. My plants are over there. And I organize this. And over here, we have our organization. This is like all of my markers and all my color pencils and anything that is for immediate art use. Like generally, over here is like some paints, some like bottles for like, this is like fabric paint, but I use it as like texture. And like there's like a whole bunch of stuff like this in here that I organized. Here are my magic mushroom chocolate bars that I haven't been using. I've been microdosing, but I stopped microdosing recently because I don't need to, because I feel really good. So, and then I have more acrylic paints back there. And then down there I have like random hobbies, some cleaning supplies and stuff. And then I finally got around to doing my mom's painting. So I think I finished both of her paintings, which is pretty sweet. Over here is my lovely tea station. I might make one of my good social media friends and also real life friends, Rachel, if you're watching this. She's really cool. She makes really cool spiritual videos. She's the soul sister, and she gave me a really good idea that I should make videos of me making tea, because I have a lot of tea and I love like all that. This is like lavender, and I have different flowers, different flower teas that I use. That's like cornflower, roses, chamomile, anything you could name. This is like my caffeine section for like the mornings, and then down here is like my sleepy time teas, and then that's like my containers and stuff. So maybe one day I'll make a tea video of me making a tea mix. Then over there is stuff for when I'm sick. That's my friendship memorabilia. Here's my jewelry and stuff. Crystals, jewelry, and crystals, hello. And here's my little Schmishki. Hello, friend. You're so cute. What are you doing? My nails are dirty because I was playing with my plants. Here's all my tech stuff, DJ stuff, color theory, graphic design stuff. All my books down there. Oh, and this is like for my big projects. So this is like the fun stuff. Like when I do my big canvases, this is like all my paints. That is like most of it is pretty new, but I use this for my bigger projects, for like the bigger canvases. This is like some fun foam clay, some like plaster that I use for texture. I don't really have an example right now, but I made some for my neighbor upstairs, that was fun. Skateboard, lamp, and water flosser. So that's all I got done so far. I think it looks pretty good. You guys want to see my to-do list? I am the most type A, type B person anyone will probably ever meet. And this is what my to-do list has been looking like as of recent. I like to do a thing where like I do like a short 3-bullet list for every day of the week to make it really simple and easy to do. And so it doesn't feel so scary. And then I'll randomly add other stuff I gotta do as the days go on. And I just use this for notes. Is there anything personal in here? I put badges, so that's kind of personal. Anything else? No. Employment assignment. Yep, you guys are allowed to look at this. Nothing too personal. A little messy, but it's like an organized mess. And it works for me. It's just like, I like having this as like a planner because it feels like less overwhelming and like pretty digestible, where I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed with things to do. It makes my Capricorn side happy and it makes my Scorpio side happy. So, and my Aquarius side, I have a lot of Aquarius in my chart. So it makes all these parts happy because it's not that crazy. I know I have pretty bad handwriting, but you know, I can't be perfect. I'm not a god. I'm just a semi-god. Yeah, so that's my to-dos. I have to do a dentist appointment, but I really don't want to make a dentist appointment, so we're not gonna think about that right now. So, okay, let's get folding. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to do this? What do we think? Are we ready to do this? Maybe it's kind of scary. I really don't want to do this. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, let's start talking. Just to distract myself. So first I'm thinking I'm gonna dump all this stuff here. Just to, you know, to have everything on the bed. Clean clothes. Clean clothes. Everyone has a process. This is mine, and it works for me. I have a lot of clothes, I know, but trust me, I use all of it, for the most part. So, what's new with life? You know, not much. I made my last video like this morning, so not much has changed since this morning. Things are going good with my celibacy thing. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. Honestly, you don't really hear of a lot of girls doing celibacy, like openly. Like, I don't really hear of girls talking about it. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I think I read years ago that men do it. And they were saying when men are celibate, they're able to focus more on like their creative endeavors. So like when you abstain from sexual activity, it like something about how it preserves your creativity and you're able to be more creative because you're abstaining from the desire of sexual intercourse and how those two things are correlated. And I read that and I saw videos about that years ago, and that's like something I've always sort of like thought about randomly in the back of my head. And I've noticed that like I've been a lot more creative, and I don't know if it's like a happy coincidence or if it does have to do for me abstaining from intercourse and romantic stuff, but I have noticed that I feel a lot more creative. I feel a lot more strong. I feel a lot stronger. So yeah, I mean, I feel like there might be something there. You know, I do believe though that like in life, we're only human. So it's sort of like choose your vice. I don't smoke weed. I don't do other drugs really. I guess I microdose sometimes. Yeah, I don't smoke weed ever. I socially drink. I don't drink at home. I vape randomly. So I feel like my vices are pretty contained. I don't have anything that I do too much. I have a lot of self-control. So I think it's pretty cool that I'm abstaining from sexual stuff. I feel like not a lot of people talk about it or do it. And for me, it's pretty easy because I don't really care about it because I'm more of an emotional kind of person anyways. So for me to enjoy that sort of thing, it has to be emotional and it can't just be that like empty intercourse. I kind of been there, done that. In college, I went through a whole thing. I'm not gonna tell you guys my body count because our past does not define us. so that's not relevant. And anyways, but I've been there, done that. It doesn't work. It's not great. You feel like nothing, and it doesn't feel good. So it feels better when it means something. And it's funny because in college, I had a best friend, my homegirl. I don't want to say her name, but actually I will. Monica, I miss you. You're my homegirl. We're not friends anymore, but if you want to be friends again, let me know, because we were in college and people change. Anyways, yeah, she always told me that she couldn't do like the whole hookup culture thing, the whole, you know, empty hookup stuff, because she was like, she can't do it. And at the time, when I was a sophomore in college, I was like, I don't get it. What do you mean you can't do it? It's so fun, you should do it. It's great. And to be fair, for the time, it was sort of fun. But then, now I get it. You know, after a while, you sort of feel like a objectified ragdoll. And it comes to a point where, like, you know, someone calls you pretty too much, you kind of just want to burn yourself alive. You're supposed to laugh. I make dark jokes sometimes. Okay, cool. So we have this. We're dumping this. So yeah, the celibacy thing is going really good. And decentering love stuff is going really good too. Let me move these hangers. Everything's going really good. Like I said, I'm excited about my job. I love making content because it's fun, and it really does motivate me to do stuff, because I feel like I'm hanging out with some friends, the internet friends. So, I'm sorry, I haven't been giving you guys a good look at me. Is that better? Now you get look at my, now you get a look at my stupid pants. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. Not much else really. It's pretty much that. I feel a lot more secure. I feel really good. My life's coming together. I feel really happy. I had a really nice therapy session today. We talked about, oh, I have so many clothes on my bed. It's actually crazy. We talked about a lot of good stuff. Me and my homie Lori, we talked about growth and how I kind of brought up to her what I kind of talked about in my other video, which is like people sometimes are more comfortable being uncomfortable because it feels safer than diving into the unknown and trying to be better and better in their life, and which is kind of sad. I don't know, so we kind of talked about that, which was pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm kind of like at a weird point in my life where like I feel really nice, where I'm like finally reaching a place where I feel like I'm okay with things, you know? Like I'm okay with lifing. I'm okay with letting go of control. I'm okay with, you know, things happening the way they have to happen. Because I feel like recently I've been having so many strange coincidences, strange synchronicities, just things happening that I was like, what are the chances that that would have happened, you know? And I call it divine timing. You call it whatever you want, but I feel like I keep experiencing that sort of thing recently, and the more I experience it, the more I feel like there's something that I can't explain, and it sort of like makes me want to trust the universe more, and it makes me feel more comfortable trusting that, you know, if I do my part, if I make all the choices and decisions that I feel like I have to do by following my intuition, that I can trust that the rest will fall into place the way that it's meant to be. And I don't have to force anything. I don't have to put any pressure on it. I can let go with full faith that things will work out in my favor. And maybe it's not what I would have hoped for. Maybe it's not in the way that I would have thought, but I do trust that things will happen in a way that will work for me. because when I was applying to jobs, I really wanted to get that job at Live Nation. And I was like, I really, really, really want to work for Live Nation. That's what I want to do. I really want to manifest that I get this job at Live Nation. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I don't get this job at Live Nation, I'll be so sad because I love music. And it just makes sense that I would work for a concert venue. And I didn't get the job. And I was like, oh, this sucks. But I ended up getting a job with Google, which was way better. So I didn't get what I wanted because I got something better, you know? So I'm putting that same trust in everything else in my life. And trusting that, you know, I gotta do my part, which I do every day. I try to do what I gotta do what's in my control, you know, and leave the rest to the other parts that I can't control. And it feels cool. I feel like I've come a long way, you know? These past 3 years, it's kind of crazy. When I started therapy, I started at a place where I was struggling with being a fixer and wanting to, I used to color code my clothes, but I don't color code it anymore because it's too much work. But I used to color divide it. But now, not really. Yeah, when I started therapy, I was struggling with people pleasing and I was struggling with being a fixer. So I would just fix. If someone was not doing okay, if someone was really sad, if someone was going through something traumatic, I would come in, try to be a hero, and fix. And then I would get tired and I would get mad because I was like, I'm trying to fix and I was getting fixed. People aren't listening to me. I'm trying to tell you guys all this advice. No one's listening to me. I can't fix it if you don't let me fix it. And I realized that I can't treat people like a project because people are people. And then I learned through therapy that people are in charge of their own life decisions and I have to respect that. And I learned a lot of stuff about respecting people's choices, respecting people's decisions, respecting people's life stuff, and all that good stuff. So then that happened. And then I healed my people pleasing. And then I learned how to feel my body. And then a lot of stuff that I don't feel like talking about. And then bada bada bing, bada bada boom. Here I am today. Trying to organize these clothes because there's a lot of clothes going on. So okay, let's keep going. So yeah, that's that. What else is new? Not much it. I got this at a thrift store. I always get compliments about it, but I don't really wear it often. Oh my God, I have so many clothes. You know, you don't really realize how much clothes you have until it's all piled on a bed. And you're like, oh my God, I have so many clothes. Are you guys having a good time? I hope you're having a good time. I'm having a great time. I told you time's my love language, so thank you guys for spending some time with me. I feel so grateful. I feel so loved. It's dirty. I feel like I'm really maximizing the use of my space in my room. Like, really maximizing it, because I'm like using every crevice, which is pretty nice. So, let's see, what else can I talk about that's pretty interesting? You know when your life is going really good and there's nothing interesting to talk about because it's kind of like there's no drama happening? I guess that's kind of what's happening right now. But I'm not complaining. Having a good time. I guess the only thing that I'm kind of going through right now is like that thing I said about letting go of control and trusting, and kind of what I talked about in my other video about how I forget. I lost my train of thought. Want to hear a funny joke? Guess where this jacket is from? Guess where this jacket is from? Can you guess? Can you guess? The source is unknown. It's funny, see, because that's the name of the brand. Hehe. Okay, so we got most of our stuff done. I know you saw me dumping a lot of clothes in there, and you're probably like, Delia, what are you doing? It's crazy. You didn't fold any of it. And I didn't have to because that was my house clothes. And you're probably like, oh my gosh, you have so many house clothes. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm home a lot. And over there is my outside clothes. Now the dilemma is, I folded all my outside clothes for most of it. I folded the ones from the laundry already. And then I have all of my other summer clothes. But the problem is, we don't have enough room for all these clothes in my one drawer over there because I don't really have a lot of drawer space. So I have to figure out where to put all these clothes. And but we did organize this, which is great. That's like mini laundry that I should do tonight. But then once I figure out where to put all this, I'm done with laundry. Well, no, I'm lying. I have to do my sheets. Tomorrow I'm gonna wash all my sheets. Fully wash my sheets and go to laundry again. But I don't know where to put all these clothes. I don't wanna put it back under my bed because I wanna have easy access to it, but I don't have anywhere to put it. So I might have to put it under my bed. Okay, well, I'll spare you the details. We got 90% of it done though. So thanks. This was nice, this was fun. Thanks for coming. Bye.